Hi, everyone. It's Latanya Carmouche, your personal development life coach. I'm here to empower you and provide you with helpful tips that will help you rewrite the script of your life. I'm laughing because I was just about done recording this and my battery completely died. I didn't know what happened. So here we are. This is take two. Today, we are continuing with our 8-step series on the 8 steps to a powerful personal empowerment plan for 2024. Today, we're going to envision our future selves, our future ideal self, right? So if you remember, step one, we completed a thorough review of 2023. We included our goals, our wins, our challenges, and our key lessons that we learned. That reflection was done to help us understand where we were then, where we were in 2023, just a couple of days ago, across all areas of your life. But now, our next step is we're going to envision where we want to be a year from now. So this is how I did it for me, and I encourage you to do the same. I started by finding a quiet, relaxing place so that I could clear my mind. And I mentioned in step one, I took a week off, right? Went on a sabbatical. One, I had to rest my voice, and you see my voice is still here, but I had to rest my voice. But I also took that as a time for me to just reflect on the year, right? Just be still, be quiet, and just reflect on the year. I would, wake up every day and I'd take a few deep breaths, and then I start visualizing. What do I want, right? Visualize, I went through 2023, and then I start visualizing, what do I want in 2024? I pictured myself. How do I look at the end of 2024? How did I look? How did I feel? How was I living my best life? I imagined the things that I want to accomplish being already accomplished, right? So, for example, I imagined myself achieving my fitness level, right? I pictured myself having lost 50 pounds. That's my goal for 2024. But I didn't envision myself how I look now, and I envisioned how I'm going to look 50 pounds lighter. I envision how I achieve that through consistently eating healthier, consistently moving my body more. I'm good at walking, but I envisioned myself adding on to the walking. I went back to some of my old videotapes, doing Taebo, doing step aerobics, doing whatever, right? Just this is things that I envisioned myself doing in my mind. I envisioned myself continue to thrive in my workplace. I love mentoring. I love coaching my clients. I envision myself doing more of that. I envision myself having more speaking engagements. I envision myself in an environment where I can utilize all of my talents, right? And do work that I am passionate about. I love writing. So I envision myself doing more writing and being paid for it. I envision myself feeling appreciated. I envision myself being challenged and excited about the things that I do. I envisioned myself doubling my income. Like I just went through a whole list of things that I envisioned for myself, right? I mentioned in step one of my accomplishments was reading the Bible. I envisioned myself going deeper into the Bible. Now I'm studying personally more of the Bible, right? Working on my personal growth. So even as I mentor you, I have my mentors and I'm still growing as myself, right? So these are things that I, wrote down for my future self. And these are things that I encourage you to do. You're going to write down, how do you see yourself, right? Not, what I want to be. Just we're acting like it is so right now. How do you envision your ideal self? And then we're going to use that as our North Star to get us through the year. We're going to use this. We're going to write it down and use this as our reference as we work through 2024. We're going to constantly keep going back to our list. I won't say constantly, but at least once a month, go back to our list, which we're going to call our North Star, and see, are we progressing? Are we on the right track to becoming the ideal self that we wrote down for ourselves during this step two, right? So in February, we're going to look back at January. Am I moving my body more, right? Am I writing more? The things that I said that I saw for my ideal self, Am I working towards it? Am I being true to those things so that at the end of 24, I can indeed be the ideal person that I envisioned for myself right now, right? What we're writing down is a representation of your best imaginable life across all domains. And then 1 year, we're going to work on reaching those goals, right? We're going to be, remember our smart things. We're going to be specific with it, right? So we're going to be specific about our goals, but then we're going to our A was attainable. So I'm not going to write down at the end of the year, I'm going to just think of something. At the end of the year, I would have, seen all 50 states. I would have seen all the continents, all the different countries. I would have seen the entire world in 1 year. Well, that's really not tangible, even if I was to travel somewhere every day, which is not going to happen, right? Because I have a real life. That's not going to happen. So we're not going to write down things that's like so far-fetched that we know we're not going to it's going to happen in a year. We're going to write down things that we can indeed attain, but we're not going to minimize it. We're not going to play ourselves cheap and make a little small goal because we know it's going to be something easy to do. I'm going to lose 5 pounds over the next year. I can do that in a month or two, right? We're not going to just write down something small. I'm going to save $10. Well, you can probably save $10 even if you don't work. You can save $10. It shouldn't take you a whole year. If you save $1 a month, that's more than it's more than $10, right? So just don't play yourself cheap, but don't overshoot your shot either, right? So here's the 4 steps that I'm going to recommend and ask that you do for this week in envisioning your best self for 2024. So, of course, you need to find a quiet space, right? To get rid of all the noise on the outside. Go to a peaceful spot that's free of distractions, even if that's your closet, even if that's your bathroom. Just go somewhere where you can clear your mind, where you can breathe deep and just meditate for a few minutes, right? You're not going to be there for too long. If you get 5 minutes, take 5 minutes. The idea, I would ask if you could just at least get 20 to 30 minutes, but some of us can't get 20 to 30 minutes of quiet time. We have little kids, we have, needy spouses, we have pets, whatever it is. If it's a challenge for you to get 20 to 30 minutes, take the 5 minutes where you can, lock yourself in the bathroom, go in your closet, maybe sit in your car, right? You drive home from work, sit in your car for a few minutes. Just find a place where you can have silence and you can take deep breaths and you can focus, right? You can meditate, right? You can put out all the distractions, all the noise, and just focus, right? We're going to visualize your ideal self. You're going to picture yourself 1 year from now. Not just, oh, this is what's going to happen in 2024, because that leaves it to, okay, well, February come and I still haven't lost the 50 pounds, so do I quit? Well, no, we're working towards the end. What do we want to be at the end of the year, right? So you got over 350 days. You got 360 some days to work on this, right? And that's our long-term goal. That's what we're looking for. How do you picture yourself a year from now? Not just in 2024, because that's tomorrow, 2024, that could be next month, 2 months from now. We want the end of the year, right? So you got that much time. And imagine exactly, how does your best self look? How do you feel? How do you behave? How do you act in all areas in your life, in relationships, with your health, with your career, with your lifestyle, with your finances, with your personal growth, with your educations, every area. Where do you see yourself at? Ideal self, not where you're at now. Where do you see yourself at the end of 2024? And we're going to remember, we're going to make this so specific. We're going to document every single detail. We're going to use our sensory aspects. What do you see? What do you see when you wake up? What do you smell? What does it feel like? What sounds do you hear? Go be very specific in your ideal self that you visualize for yourself. Not what you've seen on TV. What do you see for yourself? Right? And take note of the feelings and emotions that influence the vision that you have for yourself, right? Go through a thing where you ask yourself why do you see yourself, right? I keep using myself for an example. Why do I see myself 50 pounds lighter, right? Is it because I think I'm not cute? I think I'm cute. I'm cute, right? But 50 pounds lighter, I will be able to fit my clothes more comfortably. I will be able to wear the clothes that I have that I no longer fit. I will be able to fit those again. Okay, so why do I want to wear those clothes? Well, when I wear those clothes, I feel more confident. Well, why do you want to feel more confident? I want to feel more confident because I feel like I have a more powerful impact when I walk into a room and I'm full of confidence, right? So just go through the list and question yourself, why do you want this? You know, you never know. You might want write down, oh, I want a Tesla. Why do you want a Tesla? Because my neighbor has a Tesla. That's not a good reason. Well, this is about your ideal self. What do you want for you? Not what do you want because your neighbor has it. What do you want because this is what, grandma expected for me, and she on her dying bed now, and if I don't become this doctor by the end of the year, then I'm gonna let her down. Well, is that what you really want to be? Right? So write down specifically and question what is your motivation behind this ideal person that you see for yourself? And ask yourself, why do I want this? And after you answer the why, ask why on the why. And to go as far as you can to get down to the very bottom denominator of why is it that you want this, right? Why do you want a new car? Well, because mines keep breaking down. I need better transportation. Why do you need better transportation? Because I go to work every day and I got to drop my kids off to school and I need something reliable to get them there. Okay, that makes sense. Write it down, right? You get what I'm saying? Right. Next, we're going to transcribe. Think about all the positive compliments and feedbacks that you've received and things that you've heard from others, and just write that down, right? Write down, go through your Bible. What does God say about you? Who does God say you are? Right? Use that as a guiding, as a guide to who you see yourself as, that your ideal self. Right now, who does God say you are? That's what we're striving to be, right? And we can start that today. We don't have to wait until the end of 2024 to see this, but we just want to know at the end of 2024, that's it. Yeah. At the end of 2024, I lived out everything that I saw for my ideal self, right? This is what we're working on. Number 4, we're going to and visualize, right? Not just for ourselves. What do we see for our environment? What do we see? What's around us, right? You could be the best person, but how's your surroundings? And there's an old saying, if you can't change the people you're with, change the people you're with, right? So who do you envision? Who's your village? Who do you want in your village? And you can't, be specific with a person, because maybe that person, that's not who God called that person to be, right? I can't say, I'm going to marry my neighbor, right? Maybe that's not who God called for me to marry, right? But you could say, I envision myself in a loving relationship with a God-fearing man. Who knows who that man is? We don't even know what he looks like, right? But envision that, right? So have your labels of what you envision, loyal friends. And then let God send these loyal friends to you, right? We don't have to pick them out ourselves because we are horrible choosers. We will pick out the village fool and think we have a prize until a year or two pass and we realize that wasn't a prize. That was, the village fool. We messed up. So let God, you're right now. Who do you envision in your village? And let God bring these people to you. He knows exactly who you need, right? But write it down. What do you think you need? I need a mentor. I need someone to help me budget my money. I need someone to hold me accountable for things. I need a business partner. Like whatever it is, what is your village? Write that down. And then again, your whys, right? Even when you write down your village, I want a partner. Well, why do you want a partner? Right? Well, I just want someone to pay my bills. That's not a good enough reason. That's not what we're doing over here. That's not what we're gonna do in 2024. Write down, what do you want? I want someone to hold me accountable. Why do you want someone to hold me accountable? Well, because I really want to achieve this and I don't have it within me to push myself to get up every morning at 5 a.m. to work out. So I want someone to call me every morning at 5 a.m. I don't want anyone to call me at 5 a.m. I'm just using this as an example. I want someone to call me at 5 a.m. to hold me accountable. Okay, that's feasible. Write it down. So again, your ideal self, how do you see yourself and why? The things you want to accomplish and why? And who do you have in your village? Who's surrounding you and why? Right? And that's it. That's it for step 2. All right. So these are simple changes that we're making that's going to have a major, huge impact over the next year. By the end of 2024, you follow these steps, you're going to see a major, huge difference. You're going to experience a totally different level of success in any area that you apply it to. We went through it. We went through finances, careers, relationships, personal development, fitness, whatever area you choose. I promise you follow these steps, take small steps at a time. By the end of 2024, you're going to experience a totally different level of success, a level that you've never experienced before, a level that you've reached because you're consistent. We're taking it step by step, doing it slowly, not just all of a sudden thinking that we're just going to be this whole new person overnight. We're working towards it. And by the end of 2024, you're going to be there and you're going to look back and be so surprised, like, we really did it. We did it this year, right? I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Keep going. I'm rooting for you. Tune in next week for steps 3 and 4. And we're just going to keep going. We're going to rock this thing out in 2024 with a huge bang. It's going to be so exciting. And I can't wait to see it, right? So for more details about this topic and to see some of our other blogs, visit us at ltce.info. Keep leaving the comments. I'm loving it. Keep telling your friends. I'm seeing subscribers going up. I love it. And we're in this together. 2024 is our year. Like, we're going to do this for real this time. I'll see you next time. Bye.